everyone, we're two Crafty Sheilas. I'm Belle and Loz is here with me too. And today we're going to do a little bit of a whip and chat. I will preface this and just say we are going to do a few videos today. We're going to try and get a couple of whip and chats done. So just bear in mind that Loz has got a big event coming up this week, and it means that we may not have videos as often as we would like. But we're going to do the best we can, and we just ask for your patience. So let's start with, how are you going, Loz? Are you going okay? Tell me, what are you working on? Let's do the thing.
Let's do that sort of start of the thing. Okay, so I am working on Beach Christmas Tree. So I will sort of, this one is from Diamond Art Club, and I can't tell you the artist because I've rolled it up. Hang on, I found the box. It's by Larry Jones. Beach
Christmas that's right.
And it's 69.9 centimetres by 97.8 centimetres, so it's a biggie. And I have just done the top of it. Let me sort of show you.
Look at that.
The starfish is just incredible. It's, sorry,
although we're not supposed to call it a starfish now, are we? They're supposed to be sea stars.
Why aren't they called a starfish?
Because they're not a fish.
Ah, but they're in the ocean.
I know, and that's the whole thing. Like, we grew up calling them starfish. It's hard to break the habit.
Exactly, it really is. So yeah, this is just amazing. So this is like the epitome of Christmas for me, because we're Aussies. If you didn't know, hi.
If you didn't know, where your ears was our accent.
Exactly. It's got sea star as the star, and it's got some beautiful little fairy dust in there. It's got shells and some more starfish, more shells, and this part is confetti, and I'm working my way through it, but I am enjoying it. But it is incredible, guys. It's a joy to work on. So this is my project for probably Christmas. Other stuff I've got. Let me. Sorry.
I can't believe that I didn't end up buying this in the Black Friday sales.
I know. I thought you would have. I thought that would have been on your list. So also I'm using the Elizabeth Ward containers, and they are the real ones, thanks to Belle. I've never had real ones before. I've got my trusty Fantasy Sparkills tray, which I absolutely love. Look at how nicely they line up. And I have two of my Diamond Art Club pens with their metal tips and places.
Nice.
So, yeah. What are you working on, Belle?
I'm working on Lily, otherwise known as Manatees High Tea, which is from Art and Soul. So this beautiful image.
Oh, Lily is so beautiful.
She's just gorgeous.
I love her to bits.
Oh, so do I. But like, you can see just so much AB and soul dust through this entire thing. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful.
Are they in the actual lily pads? Because that yellow looks so bright.
This one that I've been doing, they're normal. They're normal drills.
Because they are standing out as if they're crystals. I tell you.
Yeah, no.
They look incredible.
So this one only had 2 AAs and 2 soul dust, and both of them had like a red of each, and there's a blue of each. So the yellows are normal.
Wow. Oh,
but they're gorgeous, aren't they?
They are.
I have to say, like, Art and Soul are becoming one of my favorites. I could see why you raved about them, honestly.
You know, I'm not just a pretty face, hey.
No, you're not. I agree. I'll quickly go through what else I'm using, and then I've got a couple of shout outs, if you don't mind, Loz. I would like to. So first of all, I'm also using my Fantasy Sparkills tray. Beautiful. Yeah. This was the one that I got that we did an unboxing for, and it was because there were slight faults in it. I didn't have a super close look at it in the video, but I've been looking at it since. I don't know if you can sort of see here. There's a little bit of a marking,
is that what it is?
Yeah. So it's actually that the blue stuff over the top hasn't quite sealed across it. And same with just down in its tail. There's a little bit down there that's a little bit problematic as well. But like on the inside, you know, there's nothing really wrong with it. Like I showed in the video, like that edging, sort of the color, two shades didn't sort of line up perfectly. But look, it's minimal issues. So I don't care. It's still a fully functional tray. It is beautiful. And I love that it's all this mix and match.
I think it's great.
What I didn't know until after I'd used it, and like we haven't recorded a video since I've been using it, so I haven't been able to tell you, Loz, but this green, it's glow in the dark.
Oh no, really?
So I put it on my bedside table because I was working downstairs on the bed. I put it on my bedside table and I was like, what is this light? And looked over it. Oh my gosh, it's the tray.
Oh, that's great.
So that was pretty cool.
It would have been a bit creepy going away, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be a little bit controversial because I know there are people that are diehards and love it. I don't get why you need any diamond painting accessories to be glow in the dark, because who's diamond painting in the dark?
In the dark.
I really don't get that. But
I'm wondering if it's more so like the fact if you forget something when you've already set up, you have to go back down to your room. You can't be bothered to turn on your light. It's glowing in the dark. You can find it.
Maybe that's what it is. I could even, I guess, like understand, you know, if it was like a Halloween kit, you know, because they're sort of more renowned for that, and you had it as like a bit of a glow in the dark for that, you know, you could have it out, and you might have like instead of the dragon, or even with the dragon, like have that part as glow in the dark, and then you know that could be out and that could be on. Like I get that.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
not the actual side of the tray.
Yeah, and the inside, like I ended up taking the lid off, and like even the ridges, they glow in the dark too.
Oh, that is so cool though. I think it's like the what's the word? The thrill of it, you know? Just say, oh, I've got, but totally off subject, but still with glow in the dark. I had glow in the dark fingernails. Now that was cool. I love that. That was cool. Like I'd go into the bathroom. They weren't that bright.
I suppose it depends where you put your hands when you sleep too.
Hands, yeah. I suppose.
Let's not.
I didn't really think of that. I don't even remember that. Well, it mustn't have affected me that way if I didn't really remember that. So
yeah. But that is cool. I do like that.
Yeah.
And my other accessory is the beautiful pen that I showed last time. So this has got like all our little butterflies in there. And this one is the hand-turned pen from KJ's or Kat's Artistic Treasures. They've got that Facebook group. So don't worry, guys. I'm going to add all of these links in the description below if you want to go check them out. They're pretty cool.
Awesome.
Now, I first of all need to say welcome to all of our new subscribers. We have had a bit of an influx, and we're really, really glad that you're joining us. And so I hope you like what we're doing. If there's things that you would like to see from us, please let us know. You know, we're still a fairly new channel. We want to be able to give you guys the best content, you know, what you expect out of it. So please feel free to give us feedback, you know, provided it's constructive and not harsh. That's fine.
Yeah.
We can handle that. But also, you know, anyone who's been following us for a while, welcome back. Like, we really appreciate you guys. You know, we couldn't really keep doing a channel without you all watching us. So thank you.
We're actually quite surprised that people want to watch us.
I know.
I kind of think that. I'm like, are we that interesting? We must be.
I don't know. I'd like to think it's just because we're having fun.
I think so. Yeah.
You know, we're just
being
ourselves.
We're not scripted, are we? We're not scripted. We're just us.
That's right. Like, you can tell from all the stumbling and things that we have when we're talking.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Now for shout outs, there's a couple I would really, really like to do. First of all, if you've watched our previous WIP and chat, you would have all heard that I had a big birthday and I had a bit of a emotional week and a couple of weeks since then, with the passing of my colleague. So, Star, I'm going to link her channel down below from Starbright 70. Sorry, Star, I can't remember exactly what it is. I will link it. She's a creator that I've been watching a little bit, and she is just full of life and so bubbly. And with everything that was going on for me, you know, it was hard sometimes to motivate to diamond paint and things. You know, I wouldn't say I was in a depression, but I was definitely feeling it. And she just had that brightness that I could watch her videos while I was doing some diamond painting, and it just gave me that life again. So a big thank you to you, Star. And the other two that I really want to thank is Art and Soul. One, they gave us this beautiful canvas, which I am really, really enjoying. Good old Lily. So big thank you to them. But also, they are the reason that Loz and I first met.
Pretty much.
So that's a huge thing for us. Loz and I, we met originally through a D-Stash group in Australia. Was it like, I don't know, March last year?
I think it was, yeah, be almost 2 years, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it is too. And you know, we sort of kept in contact, and then we started the channel together, but we have never met in person. So we live about 4.5 hours away from each other. It's not that easy to just go and see each other. And I think both of us were probably a little bit nervous and introverted. So
yeah,
it was a big thing. And then Melissa and the team over at Art and Soul, they very, very kindly gifted us with 4 kits, 3 of which you've seen. The 4th one you won't see anytime soon, but that's a separate issue. We can go into that later. But we got given these kits, and they all got posted to Loz. And so to get them to me, we had to meet up.
Exactly.
And it was so good. We met halfway, and we only saw each other for what, hour and a half ish?
About an hour, yeah. I think it was.
It wasn't a huge amount of time. We both had things that were happening, but it was so nice to actually meet in person and have a hug.
It was, wasn't it? It was something that I think we needed, and it was the timing that we needed too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was incredible, I do have to say. I loved it. Makes me think, oh, maybe you should come and live where I am, or I should come and live where you are.
Yeah. Either that, or we just need to have a more regular trip to the halfway point.
Yeah.
Because that cafe, oh my gosh, can I say that cafe? Yeah. We met at this random halfway point because they've got a really good little like ice creamery or gelato cafe thing.
Gelato,
it was a really, really cute little cafe, but it was so random where we just met. We decided we were going to have a drink. We walked in, and you know, like Loz and I were sort of, I don't know how you felt. Like I still felt like a bit bumbly, like awkward.
Like we only just first met.
yeah. But we walked in, and this cafe had diamond paintings all over the walls, and I just looked at Loz and I was like, oh my gosh.
It was meant to be, hey.
It was. We had no idea. It was so good.
Yeah.
Couldn't have picked that better if we tried.
Typical ones that you can get from like Temu and Amazon. All done.
There were a couple of diamond dots in there.
There was a couple of diamond dots of the giraffes. That was beautiful. I did like seeing that one. Yeah, but it truly was incredible, and we were both nervous. We weren't sort of like, I'm like, oh my God, we're going to meet in the middle of nowhere. Let's hope each other aren't a mass murderer or something luring us out into the wilderness. And Belle got to meet my kidlets, and I got to meet her little kidlet, and truly those kids just had a ball. It's kind of like we've known each other forever.
It did. The boys had so much fun.
Oh, just typical boys, weren't they?
Yep.
And
I love that.
Skittle sorbet, and it was
I love incredible. That it sort of helped to put us at ease.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. And then we did like a mass swapsies of kits and things that we've been saving each other. And then, of course, like Belle decided to give me some new Elizabeth Ward containers. So I'm like, oh my God, I told her no because I had literally just bought some. But she still did it anyway. This is why I love this girl. So
Silly Loz. Paid for money when she didn't have to.
Yeah. So all I can say is thank you for your love of Randall Spangler, because meeting you. This is what I just said. I'm like, oh, I'm all emotional and spiritual at the moment because it's Christmas. It's the time. And I'm just so grateful that our paths have crossed. And like I said, you're an amazing person and someone that I've actually really needed in my life right now. So I feel like I'm going to cry.
Ditto, love.
That's my emotional state. So I'm very vulnerable. Please be nice.
That's absolutely understandable, Loz. But ditto, you know, like especially, you know, I needed you a month ago.
Yeah.
You know, we're there for each other. And that's
we
all that
truly
matters.
are, and it's so nice.
Absolutely. So thank you for being willing to de-stash Randall Spangler, shall we say.
That's all right. It was tough.
I bet.
I gave you some
after I sent you a photo of the one that I was working on that you gave me and went, oh, look at how
why did I give it to you?
And I remember the message you said was, I don't know if I should have de-stashed that.
And I think I gave you Treasure Quest. I don't think you've done that one yet either.
No, I haven't.
I'm like, oh, I still see it on the site. I'm like, do I buy it again? But no, I'm not going to.
It's a really good price. I'll get it for you.
No, I could just live through you.
Yeah, you know you will.
And I will.
Now, the last person I would really like to give a shout out to is someone that we've met through Art and Soul. So Art and Soul have been our gateway for a lot of things, I will say. But Robin, now I am so sorry, Robin. I should have properly looked up your channel name, but I think it's Sparkling Diamonds with Brittany and Robin. I think, I'm so sorry if I get that wrong. I will link them in the description below. But they're a mother-daughter team, and they have a YouTube channel that does similar things. And I love the fact that it's another pair.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a different relationship for us, but it's a pair. So I like that you get the banter with them as well. But Robin she's been really, really supportive of us, and she's been sending me all these messages, like, you know, just encouraging and reaching out and making sure that we're okay and that things are happening. So really, really big shout out to Robin. Thank you so much. If for some reason you haven't checked out their channel, please go and check them out. They're getting really, really close to 500 subs.
Oh, wow.
I think it's only about 30 or 40 short. I can't remember, and I haven't looked for today. But they are getting really, really close. So it'd be great if we can help them over the line, get to their big 500. So
exactly.
Thank you.
Definitely. Go and check them out.
But yes, okay, that's all my shout outs. Is there anything that you really wanted to raise? I did take notes, so I have plenty to talk about if you get stuck, Loz.
Well, I figured I might just start with what's happening with me. I know I have shared it on the channel before in a previous WIP and chat, but I am having my hip replacement this coming Monday. So today it's Tuesday. What is it? The 7th of December. So
She said Tuesday. It's Saturday.
No, it's Saturday. Oh my God. I told you I'm all over the place. Okay.
Totally fine.
So so I have kind of gone into a mental state that's not really normal for me. I've kind of gone very, very introverted and have a lot of social phobia. Like I don't want to go and talk to people, and it's really strange. And I think it's part of my fibro as well, because that can happen with like your brain fog and stuff. But I've been waiting for this surgery. I should say, all this started for me back in December 2019. All the investigations started. So to be finally getting it done, my expectations are high. You know, I'm hoping my pain goes away, and I'm worried that if it doesn't, well, I've waited all this time for nothing. So that's all playing on my mind. But Bella's been so supportive as usual and has been trying to get me out of this slump, but she understands what I'm going through, and there's no pressure. But I just wanted to let you know that if that's why you might not see too much of us over the Christmas period, is because I will be recovering and hopefully getting myself into a better state. So I just wanted to get that out, and then we'll move on and start talking about some happy stuff and get me into a better place.
Yeah. And like I've said to you, this is one moment of time. It's a big moment. It's a really big deal. And a lot of people just go, oh, it's just a hip replacement surgery. It's a big thing. You are fully entitled to these emotions, and I would be concerned if you didn't have them, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is a really big thing. And you've got kids now, that adds a whole different element to the what ifs.
And
Okay,
I have had surgeries before. Like, I've had one on my hip already, but that was just laparoscopic. That was nothing. They were just having a look around and cleaning it up a bit. Whereas I'm going from 2 little scars that weren't even a centimetre to one massive one that's going to be up to 15 centimetres long. So that's sort of playing on my mind, and I'm trying to prepare my kids as much as I can. But and I think I agree. I'm more focused on them than I am in myself. And I'm worried because I'm going into this surgery in the worst mental health than I wanted to. So I hope I know it will go okay. I trust my surgical team, and but yeah, I need all your well wishes, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And send a funny meme to like cheer me up, because I'll be like, I need something.
And like we'd said off camera, this is a really big thing. And after you've had your surgery, the first probably 24 hours while all the drugs are still coming out of your system, it's going to start to hit you that it's a big change, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You need to go in with those emotions. But the big thing is that after, the first 24, 48 hours, when you're starting to have to get up and move around because you don't get to lie in bed for very long.
No.
It's going to be, you're not going to look back.
No.
You've got age on your side to help heal and recover. Those kids are going to cheer you up. They're going to be excited that you're going to be like a whole new person. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Just go with it for now. But I promise you it will improve. Like, I know that when I had my spinal surgery, like, I was a little bit younger than I am now, but it was a huge thing. Like, for me, when they did the spinal surgery, they actually went through my stomach.
Oh, goodness.
It wasn't just the back healing. It was also my abdomen. So I had a centimetre there. I think it's about 14 centimetres long, straight down my stomach. And even having a child was going to be a little bit iffy, because was the scar tissue going to be problematic for Bub's growth? Would I be able to still have a natural birth? If I ended up having to have a Caesar, with the scar being where it was, they had to be really careful with a Caesar scar. Like, there was so many things that even went without just about having a baby, let alone life.
Yeah.
And, I was 25 when I had my surgery. Like, I was quite young, and it was really, really scary. For me, they were talking about spinal surgery. So they're saying, best case scenario, which is what I had, don't get me wrong, was, everything was going to be brilliant. And worst case scenario, either I would be left paralyzed or I'd die on the table, because it was my spine. It's freaking scary.
It's scary. Yeah.
So, anyone who just writes off surgery, it's not that easy. There's a lot that goes with it. But it's when you come out the other side that's when you're like, why was I that stressed? But you actually genuinely have good reason for being stressed. It's that, the younger you are, the better you're going to recover. So you are going to come out of this leaps and bounds, and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So go with the emotions, but just remember, it's all good. On the other side, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
I
and just
really
remember, we're always here. If you need us, we are here. Just make sure you do reach out. Don't completely introvert. That's the other really bad thing.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I think I'm hoping I know, I should say no. I'm not hoping, I know I'll be better. I think that's where I've got to start to change my wording and project it back onto myself. I'm so sorry, my kids. Oh my God, that was noisy. I'm sorry, guys, if you just heard them.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's all good.
No.
All right.
All right,
What
let's
else
go
has
on to
been
something
happening?
much
Yeah.
happier. Okay. So, oh my goodness. Kindy's over.
That means kids are home.
Yep. Yeah, as you just heard.
Yep.
I've kicked mine out. We're actually going to go to Brisbane tomorrow.
Nice.
So I'm taking my son to Bluey World.
Oh, incredible.
So hopefully
Yeah.
he'll enjoy it. But really, really exciting. So my husband's he's not taking time off. We've because there was no holiday care for my son.
Yeah.
It means that my husband and I, both being professionals in our careers, we both now have to take time off because not one of us is going to do it all. So I took the first 2.5 weeks off. My husband's taking 3 weeks after that, but his has got like all the Christmas holidays and things, so it's not as bad as it sounds. And then the 2 weeks before they go back to school, he'll finally be able to go into holiday care because he will officially be prep.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a really cool thing. But yeah, we've decided we're going to go to Brisbane tomorrow for a week. We come back on Friday, and my husband is going to come with us, but he's going to go to work because he looks after the whole state. So for him, provided he can get to an office, it doesn't matter where the office is. So he's arranged with his boss. He's going to work in Brisbane, which is really good. So it means that at least my son in the evenings, and depending on what happens, we may even be able to go and have lunch with Daddy at some stage. So it's
lovely.
cool.
Yeah. Or you could pop into the hospital where I am.
Yes, we can definitely do that if the kids aren't there too much and you'd like it, we can. We totally can.
Yeah.
But no,
the Bluey World. I've seen so much about Bluey World. It looks incredible.
Yes. I'm hoping he'll enjoy it. Like my kids, I don't know. He's not ever been, I'm going to say, obsessed with anything. Like he loves a lot of things, don't get me wrong, but nothing has been an obsession. So if you can so he likes Bluey, but he's not obsessed with it. So I'm like, I don't actually know whether he's going to really fully love this whole experience. I'm sure he will. I'm sure it's just my thoughts.
Bluey is more for the parents than it is
for
kids, right?
Yes. There's been a few times where I'll put it on the TV and he'll get distracted and I'll be like, dude, sit down. We're just going to watch it because I want to see what happens.
Well, it was, I think at the start of this year, they did a countdown of the top 100 episodes. And
yes,
I watched more of them than my daughter did.
Yes, see, oh my gosh, that is such a good show.
And I didn't care. I loved it.
No, I agree. Yeah. I have to say the episode that is my absolute favorite is Granny Mobile.
Granny love that episode. Yeah, my favorite is Unicourse. You know how and why should I care? No? And why should I care? No, he's that little unicorn puppet.
Yes.
And Bluey doesn't want to go to bed, so he comes out and it's just incredible. I've never loved an episode as much. Of course, Sleepy Time is amazing. And
oh my gosh, that makes me cry.
Cry every single time. And the kids are like, why are you crying? And I'm like, you understand when you're a parent.
Yeah, that's right. And same with Baby Race.
Yeah,
it makes me cry.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
And I love Sticky Gecko. I cry every time with Sticky Gecko because it's like the mum's like, it's okay to slow down. We will get there when we get there. It's okay. Yeah. I'm like, Chili, you're just words of wonder.
Yep. No, I love that show.
Yeah.
So I don't know how good it's going to be for the adults because it's all about the immersion. Yeah. So I don't know how this is going to go, but what's actually really cool is I was saying how I was going to book him to go and how we were going to do it. And I was like, I don't really want to pay full price school holiday rates. So I was like, I don't want to have to pay that. So we've got the cheaper deal. Now, that being said, each ticket, including the kids, are $50 each.
I had a look at that the other day. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, 2 hours you're allowed in there, $50 each.
$50, yeah, no.
So I was like, it's $50 for me, $50 for him.
Whoa.
Yeah. He doesn't get a discount. He's only 4, but he doesn't get a discount. It's $50. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I think it was only from like 6 months and under or something gets a discount.
Oh.
It was something ridiculously young. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. So so I was saying how we were looking at booking it. And so I don't know what the full price is. I only looked at the cheap holiday rate. But when I was saying that at school one day, one of his little classmates, his mom, she and I talk quite a lot, and she actually said to me that they're going. So she was like, you should come with us. So we've actually booked the same session time. So we're going to go with them, which I think is awesome.
Incredible. I reckon that'll make it so much better too.
That's what I thought. Even if he doesn't get out of it as much as I had originally hoped, I figure that will help. So
have you taken him to the Spark Lab at the museum?
In Brisbane?
Yeah.
No, we haven't taken him anywhere in Brisbane.
Oh, haven't you? Oh, if you get time, go to the Spark Lab.
Okay.
I think it's about $13 or something, maybe about $15 to get in. And they have, like, the whole museum is incredible. I take my kids every time we've been down there.
Okay.
But they have all experiments and everything you can do. There's, like, so much to do. There's, like, a full spinning chair, so you experience gravity. There's
is that like Questacon in Canberra?
It's not as big. Okay. It's nowhere near as that. It's only like a couple of little sections, but they do experiments and they come and show you, the elephant toothpaste, and they do which one sinks and which one floats and all the different materials. And they have, those big spheres that have the electrical energy that sticks to your hands.
Static.
They've got that one. Static. Yeah, there you go. They have this massive big pulley system that you can see. You got to pull each rope to see if you can lift up a fridge. And there's also one where you can sit in these little chairs and use the same pulley system to lift you up to the roof. It's incredible, and I reckon he will love it.
Okay, I would definitely get you to tell me that later on so that I can remember and I can work out where we're going to go.
No, it's incredible. And they have all the animals section, like Australian animals, up the top of it. And they usually have a special, and they have ones with dinosaurs. They have a massive few replica dinosaurs there.
Okay.
Highly recommend.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get a chance.
Because he definitely has an interest in all of that stuff. Like, I got him a little science experiment box for Christmas last year, and he's been pulling it out like every morning this week. Mixing the colors, and he did the sink float test and all of that sort of stuff. He loves it.
Yeah, that is definitely a place to go then, because it's over near QPAC, over near the theatre at South Bank.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I know my son's really excited that right next door to us is one of the ferry terminals, and we're only I think it's only one stop away. It might be 2 stops away from the ferry at Bluey World. So he's super excited. And he's like, can we go on the Bluey ferry? And I was like, well, I can't guarantee it, but I would assume that because we're going in that direction, there's a reasonable chance that we're either going to be on the Bluey or the Bingo ferry.
I'm pretty sure there's a timetable. I did hear on the news that they said that if you want to get on those ones, they have a specific timetable for them. So
good to know.
Yeah.
I will look that up.
Search it up, probably on TransLink or something.
Yeah, probably.
Be able to show you. So, yeah. Oh, that'll be amazing. You'll have to keep me updated and show me photos of what you're doing.
Heck yes.
So cool.
You'll be like, okay, enough photos already. I'm in a hospital bed. Stop rubbing it in, all right?
I'll look out my window and see if I can see you. I'm a bit far away.
When I was talking to my kid's friend's mom, she and I were having a good chat, and I was saying to her, like, I was debating even taking them to the movies down there, because like South Bank movies are a dirt cheap compared to the price we pay for movies here. When you've only got one cinema in town, they can charge what they like. So down there, obviously, they've got a lot more competition. So I was debating taking them to a bit of a movie, especially if there's like a bit of a rainy day, which there probably will be from the weather that we've been having lately.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, maybe we should go to the movies. And when I was talking to her, I was like, but at the same time, I kind of want to go to the movies, but without him, because I really want to see the new Christmas movie, Red One.
Oh, yes. I want to see
It
that
looks so good.
too. It looks amazing.
So
Yeah.
I was sort of saying to her, like, I really want to go to that, but like that is not kid appropriate.
No.
Especially for a 4-year-old. So I was like, no, I don't think I can. You might get away with it with your daughter, but I don't think even your son would be able to really do that one.
I want to take her to see Wicked. That's one
Yeah.
I do want to take her to. I was hoping to sort of do it before the surgery, but yeah, we kind of ran out of time.
Nah, do it after. Do it while you're down there.
Yeah. Oh, she's not coming with us. It's just my hubby and I.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing. At least you'll get a chance to recover.
Yeah, that's right. We can't, and he's forced to sit next to me in the car for 12 hours tomorrow. So I'm like,
Of course. I was like, 12? Wait. But yeah, you've got 4 on me. Yep,
I've
okay.
got 4 on you. Yeah. Oh, but I suppose we're only going to Caloundra first. So that's 10 hours.
Yes. Because that's so much better, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, I have to tell you, we had my daughter's dance concert last weekend.
Oh, yes.
It was incredible. Like, I'm her number one fan. Like, I'm the mum that yells and screams. I go, whoa, you're amazing. Whoa. I'm just absolutely chaos. And I say to her every year, I'm going to make a mask up of her face. And every time she's out, I'll like wave it up like a flag. I'll probably do that next year. But she's just one incredible girl. She was in 5 dances. So that includes opening and finale. And she had 3 costume changes. Like, she's 9 and just absolutely amazing. She loves her dancing, and she does tap, contemporary and jazz. And her tap is her most amazing dance. Like, I think she's going to be like one of those Rockettes when she's older, living in New York City, dancing but just amazing. But it was her contemporary dance that got me this year. It was to Billie Eilish's Ocean Eyes.
Oh yeah.
And I was in tears. Because it was her and the teacher's daughter. Now they've been dancing together for quite some time, and she's quite a few years older than my daughter, and to be able to match this girl, you know, and dance with her to her skill, which is higher than my daughter's, it just makes me feel so proud. Like, absolutely.
But that's good. Like, this girl would challenge her.
I think so. And she knows, and she's in tap class together. So it's only the 2 of them as well in the tap. And again, she's in a higher level, but my daughter goes up to that level next year. But just to think that she's like 3 to 4 years older than her, and she can match her. It just, it's not a competition, and I don't push her to think it's a competition. I'm like, you're there to have fun. This is your friends, and you're doing the best you can. And I was crying through her contemporary, and when it finished, I was like wiping my eyes, and my son turned to me and with the loudest voice, "Why are you crying?" I'm like, oh my God, in this dark theatre. I'm like, shut up. I'm allowed to cry. I love her to bits. I'm allowed to.
Bloody boys, right?
Just didn't understand. Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, that was fun last weekend. So, of course, we had all the rehearsals, and I have a friend, she's got 3 girls, and she's on her own, and 2 of them are twins, and they all dance. And so I had to do 4 girls' hair and makeup, and I had an hour to do it. And I'm like,
you did well.
I did it.
You did so well.
Maya collapsed when I got home and fell into the chair, but I did it.
It's all right. Your daughter collapsed and fell in the chair afterwards as well.
She did. She
must have after all that dance.
Week. Oh my God, that poor girl. I think I was telling you earlier, she's had 2 days off school this week, and the exhaustion she has is just not fair for the poor darling. She's worked so hard, and of course we still got another week left of school, and she's just collapsed into a heap. But luckily this next week is they're just doing all fun Christmas stuff, so no pressure on her. And Yeah. She's got
But
a
it's
few
also,
birthdays.
you know, like she's got this weekend to recover as well. You know, that'll help.
Yeah. Oh, but she's got a birthday party today. Of course. Gosh, it just doesn't stop, I tell you. And then, and then who knows what my niece will be out here. My sister's going to look after them while we're away, and my niece will be out for a couple of nights, so she'll be, oh my God, my son's having a meltdown. Expect him to come in, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. So what else has been happening with you? Have you got, I know you wrote some notes.
What else have I got on here? Oh, I went to the local theatre. Oh, it was probably about 2 weeks ago now. And I went to the Rockhampton Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah. How nice.
Look, this doesn't sound particularly nice. It was really good. Don't get me wrong. It was really, really good. They opened with Flight of the Valkyries.
Yeah.
So highly energetic piece. And I think they needed, especially the brass. Like brass always needs to warm up, you know, to really get those beautiful crisp notes. That those brass instruments, they need to be warm. And the lips need to be, this sounds terrible, but they need to be plumped a little bit from all the blowing. So, you know, if they don't have a chance to really, 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 really warm up, it's not great. So Flight of the Valkyries was probably not the best thing to open with. You could really tell the brass weren't quite ready. And that's normal. That's completely normal. But, you know, you should never start with something like that. That would have been a fantastic finishing piece.
Yeah.
So, you know, we started off with a little bit of like, oh, it could have been slightly better. It was really good, don't get me wrong, but there was a few things that we noticed. And they did mix it up. Like it was all about the symphony orchestra. It wasn't about the singers or anything else, but they tried to put a few singers in just to break it up and obviously keep people more interested. And they had a really eclectic mix. Like we went from things like Flight of the Valkyries to John Farnham's You're the Voice.
Oh, no way. Yeah.
And that was when they brought in some of the singers. You know, it was just backwards and forwards. They had songs from, I don't think there was any from Wicked, but there were songs from more, I'm going to say, modern musicals. You know, there were songs from West Side Story. It was this broad range of things. It was just big songs that everyone knew.
Yeah.
But the main singer, they had this lady who she's been singing for so long. I think they ended up saying it was like 40 years or something she's been singing. Like she wasn't a spring chicken. And then they had 4 backing vocalists, and the lead singer, she just needs to retire.
Oh.
it started to take a toll. You know, the voice wasn't as crisp. It wasn't as strong as she's been previously. You know, maybe she's just feeling run down. I don't know. She shouldn't have been the lead. You know, there were the younger ones who were really, really good and they could have stepped up. But I think it was more she's known around town. So she was the one that they used.
That's it. I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't bad, but I think it just took a little bit away from the music, you know, because the vocals should have complemented the music, not the other way around.
Yeah.
In this case, because it was about the symphony. You know, so it was little things like she, you know, if she's been doing it for 40 years, she should know. The first song that she did, I think 4 songs. She was trying to make sure that she was heard. So, like, yes, the sound desk should have turned her down, but she also had the mic, like, at her mouth. She should have pulled it away a little bit so you could actually hear the music. Like, you genuinely could not hear the music. She was so loud.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, you know, little things like that. But I'm like, that's why they're amateur. That's why, you know, it's not perfect. But
but you kind of expect you expected to have a little bit of perfection, wouldn't you? Like, I know they're on regional tours, but still.
Well, these ones aren't. This is the local symphony orchestra.
Oh, it's the local. Okay.
Yeah. No, completely local. But again, they do it every single year. So like previous years, I personally think have been better than this one. But they get a guest conductor to come in. So this guy's come up the last 2 or 3 years. I definitely remember him last year. I don't remember before that. But he's actually ex-armed services for Australia and New Zealand. And he was like the conductor for them, and he's done like a whole heap of things. This guy has such a personality. He is so good with the crowd and just brings everyone in. And every year, I love the fact that, there's a lot of people that take their families to this, even though it's in the evening. You do get a lot of young kids that still go.
Yeah.
And he picks usually 8 to 10 kids from the audience, and they all get to go up and they do a little bit of conducting.
Oh,
and
incredible.
It's just beautiful to watch. It is so much fun, and you usually get a bit of a laugh, and he's still like in the background still conducting and everything, but like they're obviously used to it, and they let the kids do what they got to do. So it's so much fun. I really enjoy watching that. We all get that feel good moment when we leave.
Yeah. Oh, how lovely. It's like culturally diverse of you.
I know, right? Well, you learnt this in our last Whip and Chat that we did.
Yes.
Like I go for a little bit of everything. You never know what's going to pop up for me.
Yeah.
Well, just throwing it out there, you wouldn't have known. I used to play the trumpet.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. That is like my favorite instrument. I love the trumpet. Fun. If I could play something, that would be me.
Yeah. It's really good fun, which is also why I know you got to let the brass warm up.
Yeah. My daughter, she's in the band at the junior school band, and it was her first year on percussion.
Nice.
So she had the glockenspiel.
Oh, so cool. I was going to say, I love the glockenspiel.
She's awesome on it. It's incredible. And she had the snare drum. Oh, yeah. So next year she might be going up to something like the big bass drum, I think it is. Yeah. And then they also do like the Japanese drums. So I'm hoping that'll be awesome next year. But yeah, she's just I loved it. We had her little concert the other night, and she got best all round instrumentalist in the awards for the junior band.
She's doing so well.
Oh, I know. And we weren't expecting that.
She's just kicking goals everywhere, this girl.
She is. Like, no wonder she's exhausted. The years she's had.
Well, I love because when I was in school, if you did percussion, you mainly just did one instrument at a time. Like you might have changed it each year or something, or after a concert. But you weren't really chopping and changing. Watching the RSO the other night, I'm fascinated by the percussion. Because they play everything. So you can watch them, and they'll be standing like on one part of the stage, and they'll be doing like the gong or whatever. And then next thing you know, they'll obviously get to this part. So you just see them pop the mallets down, and then they'll walk to the complete opposite side of the stage, and they'll pick up the mallets, and they'll suddenly start playing the xylophone, and then they'll pop that down, and then they'll walk somewhere else, and then they're playing a cowbell, and then they'll pop that down, they walk somewhere else, and they're playing a drum kit. And it's just like, I am fascinated watching the percussionists.
Well, that's what she was doing.
Oh, that's cool.
2 or 3 songs, and they all had there's 3 of them, I think, in the junior band. She goes up into senior band next year. And they all take turns on all the instruments. Like she's done, they've learnt the maracas, she's learnt the triangles, she's.
But this is like in one song. They'll just walk around in one song.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah, no,
it's she didn't do that in one
fascinating
song.
To watch. Like I know I learnt the percussion for a while, and we were the same. Like you might play one instrument for a whole song. Yeah. But this is like in one song. They're just walking around the stage, picking up new instruments. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
Oh, how cool.
The good things that you can do.
Yeah.
And the last thing I was going to update. Oh, we've been going for nearly 50 minutes. Okay. Last thing I'm going to update is my poor dog.
Oh no, what's happened?
Been an ordeal. So my puppy, he's not a young puppy anymore. He's I don't even know. It's coming up on 12, 13.
Yeah.
He's definitely not a spring chicken. He busted a blood vessel in his ear a few weeks ago. Just obviously shook his head too hard, smacked it on something, burst a blood vessel. It happens, you know, for dogs.
Yeah.
But he ended up with like cauliflower ear.
Oh,
so
no.
the only way that they can fix it is they have to surgically intervene.
Yeah.
They have to drain it. They have to then try and stitch up the blood vessel if it hasn't already started to self-heal. And then, of course, he's left with stitches to try and heal. The problem is he had stitches in. He had to have them in for 3 weeks. And
oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, apparently it's normal for animals, especially the ear, because it's mostly cartilage.
Okay, yeah.
So he had it in for ages, and about 2 days before we went, he busted a couple of stitches.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, crap. So we rang the vet, and the vet was like, no, don't stress. It's been a few weeks. Hopefully it's okay. And we're like, no, it's looking like it's starting to pull apart. And they were like, no, it's only 2 days. Don't stress. We'll have a look when he gets here. We took him in. By that stage, the rest of the stitches had busted. He was only down to a couple. He's now got a gaping wound.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not healing.
Why is that not healing?
And they don't know why. His blood tests have all come back fine. He's got no infection in there. The skin looks healthy. It's not necrotic. They don't know. They've been on the phone. Like, this is the major veterinary hospital for where I live. They actually also look after the zoo here. Like, that's how big they are. They do lots of stuff. They've got, I don't even know, like 12, 14 vets on hand.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And they've gone through all of their local group, and they've all discussed this case. No one can come up with any answers. They've gone to like people within Australia to say, have you had a case like this? What is going on? And everyone's coming back going, it happens on occasion, but it's weird. Just keep an eye on it and try and keep it clean. So we've now just got this dog with a gaping wound.
Oh, my goodness.
It's really, really frustrating. And it does look healthy. It just is open. And they're like, we don't really want to have to restitch it if we can avoid it, because, you know, if he busted it last time and it didn't heal, it may not this time. So I'm like, what do we do? So at the moment, we've just got a massive bottle of saline, and we're just like wiping the external parts of it, trying to keep it clean. But we just have to let it go. So he now got to have like weekly checkups to make sure nothing changes, that if it does, we can deal with it. I'm like, what the heck?
Is it getting better though?
Ridiculously slowly.
Wow.
So this has been, I want to say 6 or 7 weeks now.
Goodness.
And since he busted the stitches about 3 to 4 weeks ago, it's like, it used to be probably about a 3 centimeter gap. Like, it was a decent sized gap. Yeah. It's probably down to about 2.5 centimeters.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry.
So this was going to happen anyway. Even when they would have taken the stitches out, it would have happened anyway. It's just
probably
lucky he busted them and
probably
got you another vet bill.
Yeah. Well, actually, because it was all to do with the first one, they're only charging us if they've got to do extra tests and stuff. All the checkups, they're not charging.
Oh, that's
thank
lucky.
Goodness. Yeah.
But imagine.
Just
amazing.
Poor dog. I just feel for him. And it means like he has to keep wearing the cone because we can't let him scratch. And we don't want him to get like dust and stuff in his ear. So
poor baby.
He's just living in this cone, and it's so mean. I hate it. I just want him to heal and recover. Poor baby.
You know that you can, off Temu or those cheaper places, you can get like the softer fabric ones to go around their neck if he's not liking the cone.
Yeah. Look, he's tolerating the cone. It's not really worrying him. He just looks at us like with those big puppy dog eyes.
Oh,
really?
Oh, really? I remember when my puppy was in it when he was desexed. Oh my god, because he's a tiny little dachshund. Yeah, he looked like a lampshade, you know. And he'd get there and he'd put it down on the ground. So then he'd walk around like these little weird-looking dog, like a lampshade, just hovering over the floor. It was hilarious. Oh.
I always find it funny watching him eat because like he sort of flicks it up and then it's just like the cone is like sitting on the ground and he's just like eating his food. I shouldn't laugh, but it is funny.
But it is funny.
But yeah, no, this poor puppy. And the bit that really concerns me is like, even though he's not a spring chicken, oh my gosh, he doesn't act it. Like I was wrestling him in the vets, like one of the vet nurses had to come out and hold him so like I could pay the bill, and it's just unreal. Like he's so full of energy, which is awesome.
Still a
it's a
puppy
great
at
thing.
heart. Yeah.
But the problem is that because of that, he also, that cattle dog in him means that he gets very protective of our house, and he has taken out, even in the last year, I don't know how many snakes, and they're active at the moment because guess what? Had another snake recently.
Hey, guess what? I had one 2 nights ago.
Oh no. Mine was, I want to say Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think it was Tuesday here. I pulled into the driveway. I had picked up my son from school, pulled into the driveway and went to lift the garage door. And I was like, there's something in front of the garage door. And it's the only time really that I've properly sworn in front of my kid. And I was like, oh, a snake. And I'm so glad that he focused on the snake and not the swear word, because otherwise that would have been fun. But he was like, where's the snake? I can't see the snake. And I'm like, buddy, don't worry about it. You're not getting out of the car. Just sit down, be quiet. I mean, it was only a tree snake. It was a yellow belly. So, they're really skinny and they wouldn't have done any harm. But I'm like, that could have still hurt my dog, and my dog would have tried to protect us. So I'm like, the garage door stays down until this thing moves. I'm on the phone with my husband going like, how far away are you? You might need to come and deal with this. By that stage, it went in the long grass and it's gone, and we have no idea where it went. But I was like, fantastic. It means it's going to come back.
Well, we had our first ever, like we've been out at this house for 12 years.
Yeah.
And we're surrounded by cane fields. I think I've said that before, but this is our first ever snake. And it was
I can't believe that.
I know, it was a python. And we just got back, like we just went around and had a look at the Christmas lights for around our local streets here.
Oh, nice.
And we just come back, and our big dog, Belle, she
not me, just for the record.
Not you. Yeah, not you. She's also a standard dash hound, and she was just barking. Yeah. Like, what is going on with you? And I went out to have a look and shined the light over on the fence, and there it was, sitting down the bottom of the fence. And we don't know how long it had been there. If it obviously it didn't bite the dogs, but gosh, they were amazing letting us know though. Yep. And we just let it go. I think it was just moving through the fence like pythons do, moving through the night. And we actually had to go around and tell our neighbours behind us, because they're quite elderly, just to let them know that there is a python there.
Yeah. So was it a carpet?
I finally got hey?
Was it a carpet?
Yeah.
Okay. So a reasonable size then?
Oh, it was. It was over 1.5 meters, and it like thickness, I'd probably say it was baby, like probably about 10 centimeters wide in there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it was a decent size, but not as big as what I've seen pythons, but it was just quite chill and going through, and I'm like, no, let's just leave it. And then I kind of freaked out because we've got one of our fly screens has got a rip in it, thanks to my cat, and I haven't repaired it yet. So I'm like, shut the doors.
Yep. Yeah. I did the same, like straight after it all happened, like can't find it, no idea where it's gone, but I'm like, it's going to be back. Like it's that time of the year now, it's going to be back. But my son, he loves playing outside, and I'm like, shoes on. Like, you've got to wear shoes. And then he has this tendency that he'll go out the screen door and then he just leaves the screen door like half ajar. I'm like, shut the door. Let's not have it come in the house.
Oh gosh, that would freak me out. I don't know how I would deal with that, I tell you.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard when there is one in the house. I've had it twice now.
Oh God, you can keep that, okay?
No, I'd rather not.
No, I don't want it. I've had frogs. I've had everything else. I don't need.
Oh mate, I've had the frogs quite a few times, because we had that whole discussion about the noise that they make.
Yeah, about the frogs. Yeah. Still got
I've had a giant centipede in here.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, they were creepy.
Yeah, no, I don't like them.
That was just after we moved in. I think it was largely because the house probably wasn't like fully lived in the lead up. So I think they sort of moved in because it was, like no one was in here. Once we moved in, they disappeared fairly quickly. Thank goodness.
Oh, yeah. We've had slugs. I've never seen slugs before. And then we haven't had them for a long time, but we had like 3 of them.
Oh, gross.
They were just gross. And it was coming out of our, I think it was when we had a fair bit of rain in winter. Yeah. Coming up in the bathroom drain. I'm like, no, we got to sort this. Sorry, I swore. We got to sort this stuff out.
Yeah. It's all right. I'll bleep you out. Don't stress.
Yeah, thanks. Goodness. I don't think we've ever done a full hour whip and chat, have we?
I don't know.
We have.
Oh, I think we got close. I don't know whether we did. That's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully you're feeling a little bit better, Loz.
Yes,
hopefully
I'm grateful.
You're taking your mind off things.
Yes, you have. You can probably tell in my voice that I feel a bit happier.
You sound a bit happier, which is the main thing. That was what we wanted to do today. So I think that's good.
Well, mission completed. Yeah.
Good. We'll close this video off, but Loz and I are going to keep trying to record another 1 or 2 if we can, so that at least we might have a few up our sleeves. So they're obviously going to be a bit more generic. Hopefully you liked that last generic one that we did.
A
couple more like
it was
that.
Fun for us. We enjoyed it.
I have to say, that's been my favorite video so far.
Yeah, me too.
Which is weird, but it totally was.
I know, yeah.
So thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you did like this, and tell us down below what you've been working on, what's been happening in your world. We love engaging with you guys, so please do. But otherwise, have a fantastic week, and although it won't be any time for us, we will see you in a video very soon. Thanks guys. Bye.
Bye.